Hi, I know you have some videos that touch on this, but could you please make another video about playing chess and not checkers? Interesting. And go more into detail about what that actually means. Something for the young girls who grew up naive and didn't know that people were playing in their face. I think you kind of answered it right there. That's the essence of playing chess and not checkers. Checkers, the reason why people often refer to chess over checkers in that analogy is because chess requires more strategy. It requires you being analytical. It requires you not just thinking about your side of the board, but trying to gauge the other side of the board, right? The opponent that you're coming up against. And chess really requires you being sufficient when it comes to your defenses in order to really protect your most valuable pieces on the board. So you're not operating with a one-dimensional mentality, if that makes any sense. So chess is just about being analytical, being observant, being a calculated person, also thinking in the long run, not being someone who's interested in only instant gratification, but you also understand the power and the importance of delayed gratification. Some other things that were dissected in the book that I think is really important. One of my favorite pieces to refer to is the queen on the chessboard, because what makes her a powerful piece, a lot of people when they read the book, or I don't think they read it, let me take that back, because if they read it in its entirety, they will understand. When it comes to the pieces, the king and the queen on the board, right, the chessboard, the queen is also a powerful piece. However, you can't forget about the king, because if someone conquers your king, it results in an automatic loss. That's the piece on the chessboard where if another opponent, if your opponent rather, conquers your king on the board, it automatically results in a loss. And the reason why the queen is a powerful piece is because she understands this, so she does the best that she can to make sure that the king isn't exposed to any threats. And she goes on the front line and she utilizes those other pieces to act as their forerunners. So it's her relational acumen. Chess is also a really, really great game to learn about, and why I always tell people to study the king and the queen's dynamic. Not just the values of the pieces and trying to separate them, but their ability to utilize teamwork and collaboration is such a valuable lesson that you can learn from. Because every player has to understand their role. Chess is a powerful thing to study. Essentially what we're getting at when we talk about chess versus checkers. Checkers doesn't require all of that. It doesn't require all of that thought, and it also doesn't require you utilizing relational acumen. A lot of people don't understand that when you're talking about the pieces on the board, you're using different players. Where there are certain pieces that can only make certain moves on the board, and vice versa. There are certain pieces that can't make certain moves on the board. No different from when you're appointed a particular position on a sports team. There's specific plays that you can make, but there are other plays that you can't make. That's not your position.